Hello, family. Greetings and welcome to my channel. It's your brother, Prince Ayoko, streaming live from Tamale, the capital city of northern Ghana. And I'm welcoming you all on board. And once again, I'm saying a very good evening to my family on YouTube, my family in Tamale, my family in Ghana, my family in West Africa, my family in Africa, and then my family in the US, in the Caribbean, in Asia, in Europe, in Canada, and my family all over the world. I'm saying a very good evening to you all and welcome on board. I guess you had a wonderful evening as well as, a wonderful weekend. And I pray that to all people who did not have a wonderful weekends, I pray that this week will be a very good week for them. And to all those who, lose family and friends, I pray that may the Almighty God and our ancestors forgive their souls and make them have an eternal rest. In life, sometimes when we pray for those who are still kicking, Jamaicans will say kicking, those who are still alive, we still have to pray for those who has made their transitions. They also counts because they were also once like us. So, and therefore, in every prayer that we make in life, we have to make sure that they are also included in our prayers and in our thoughts. So once again, I'm welcoming you on board, and I'm praying that we'll live to have all the best to take in life, to be okay, and to accomplish our missions with regards to what we want. So Nubian S, Anula, greetings. And then to Naturally Clever, I say a very good evening to you and to anyone or each and everyone who is watching me live from Tamale. In tonight's video is going to be about, it's going to be generally about what we can achieve from the internet and what can spoil our mind by looking at what is going on the internet. And it's not only going to be based on that, but other things will also pop up in the conversation, because there's a lot of things that in life we talk about every day, we think about every day, and we still try to find solutions every day, but every day has got what we have to do. So, and therefore, we can't just pile it up and work it out at once. So, I'm going to start my conversation by touching a base. Dorian One Khalid, good evening. How are you doing? How is our family at your side doing? Two sisters in Africa, good evening. How are you doing? And how is our family at your side doing? So basically what I'm saying is that I'm going to touch base small on the video that I made yesterday, on the live video that I made yesterday. I have realized that what we are trying to overcome, there is a lot of people who are not trying to overcome that, which I clearly understand. And there's a lot of people who got me wrong in what I said yesterday with regards to my decision either to vote or not to vote. But I make it clear yesterday that I don't want to even bring politics, but I just want to touch base more because I want to make it clear for each and everyone to understand that it is a decision that I've taken, and it is a bold decision that I have taken based on my reasons why I don't have to vote. And I'm not encouraging anyone, and I'm not telling anyone not to do so. But it all depends on what you see and what you have to do. So it's all part of our purposes in life, which I clearly understand. So please don't get me wrong when I say I'm not going to the polls tomorrow. And please don't also misunderstand me by taking it like I'm telling others not to go and vote. I have no power. I have no strength, and I have no proof to tell anyone not to go to vote. Each and everyone has to go to vote. But before I continue with this conversation, I am going to sing a song, and this song is dedicated to our motherland, Ghana, so and therefore Africa at large. And this song that I'm about to sing before I start my conversation for tonight is all about peace. It's all about we the youth, and it's all about our purpose in life with regards to what we can do to uplift our country, no matter how the situation. So the song that I'm going to sing was taught to me. I was being taught by my primary school teacher, Master Gurundo. May his soul rest in perfect peace. That was way back in around 1992, 93, that way. So the song goes like, arise, Ghana youth, for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold her and make her great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building our motherland. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building our motherland. God bless our motherland, Ghana. God bless our motherland, Africa. And God bless we, the people of Africa, at home and beyond. Thank you so much for your time. All we need is peace, and all we need is safety. There has to be peace in the neighborhood, peace in the yard, and peace, in beyond. So my main topic for tonight is, what do we learn from the internet? What do we have to achieve from the internet? MS Blue Love, greetings. The whole thing is that when we are into the internet each and every day, we meet people all the time. We see what people do on the internet all the time. We see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So out of all what we see on the internet each and every day, the internet is educative. At the same time, the internet is destructive. So the internet goes in two ways. The internet is educative, at the same time destructive. It educates, and at the same time it causes destruction. So me and you, that is based on the internet, to learn. What are we learning from it? What are we achieving from it? Question mark. Do we have to use the internet as a kind of weapon to overcome our struggles? Question mark. Do we have to use the internet to build up our minds? Question mark. Do we have to use the internet to fight for our freedom? Question mark. Do we have to use the internet to build up our businesses? Question mark. Do we have to use the internet to build up our homes? Question mark. Do we have the internet to overcome the oppressors? Question mark. And then the general question about the internet is, why was the internet invented? Why did the person that has invented something that we call the internet, that we all has to use to reach out to each other, to use to learn, to use to know, and to use to, guide our daily lives and our lives in general? This is a question that I'm throwing on board for all of us to think about it and to see how best we can do in order to be able to, overcome this little struggle, because I see it as a little struggle, but I don't know how you see it. It is a little struggle because I am based on what I see on the internet, what people tell me on the internet, what I have to observe myself about the internet with regards to what I see or the people that I meet on the internet. And the best thing is that at the end of everything that I'm doing with the internet, first of all, I have to be sure that what I am learning from the internet is not something that can distract my mind. And at the same time, it's not something that will complicate my mind, because I already have my own thoughts before logging on to the internet to see what is going on around the world, to see what I have to learn from the internet. The internet is very beneficial, very, very, very beneficial to we those who are using it. At the same time, it is very, very destructive to some of we those who are using it. But above all, the biggest achievement that we can have from the internet is what we get from it, what we take from it, and how we use it to work with our daily lives, as well as, our life in general. There's a lot of things that people are doing on the internet that takes care of them and their families, which all of us know. And there's a lot of things that causes confusion among us as people. When I say as people, this is not based on we blacks alone, people in general, like people in life in general. There's a lot of hatred on the internet. There's a lot of jealousy on the internet, as well as a lot of love on the internet. So the internet has got a lot of mixed feelings. But how can we do? How can we cope with it? How can we use it? What can we achieve from it? This is a question that I'm throwing on board. Okay, naturally clever. Thank you so much. You said I should make sure the title of the video is changed to match the topic of the day. It will help me to be found better on YouTube. Joyce Belvins, naturally clever. Thank you very much, my sister, and I'm much appreciative for your support and contribution. Remember, I'm still a very new YouTuber who is here, to learn and at the same time to share what I have. So I thank you so much, and I welcome every contribution. You understand? Adrina Monet, hi, how are you doing? Ruth Reggae Girl, Wagwan, Icy Stream, Blessed Love. Yeah, so far, I think Brother Donny goes in. Greetings to you and greetings to our family at your side. I guess each and everyone is doing well at your side, and I hope that your weekend is going on well. And it was nice meeting you this morning. Yeah, I'm gonna change this title later. So what I'm saying is that, you see, we as people, especially we Black people, who are trying to get connected again, who are trying to repatriate again, and then who are trying to come back to have what we want and to have what belongs to us. This has a lot to do with the internet. 100% correct. This has a lot to do with the internet. We use WhatsApp to reach out to each other. We use Facebook, we use Instagram, we use YouTube. There's a lot of social media platforms that we use to reach out to each other. And that is why I said that it is very beneficial to us. But at the same time, it is another cause of destruction, because I have seen a lot of brothers, talking evil and bringing other people down. Some of what they are doing is good, because when I say some of the things that those brothers is doing is good, is based on one particular reason. Sometimes in life, when someone is not doing good or trying to make life good, and you bring it to the notice of the person and the public, it is good. But sometimes too in life, there are certain things that you just come out to talk about a person, which you are just saying anything that you want to do to tarnish the name of the person. And that is also not good, because this will be based on what you think you are doing for your own personal gain. But the whole point that I'm trying to make is that when we take the internet for granted, when we take it as an advantage to pull each other down, then we have gotten everything wrong, 100% wrong. When we take the internet to build up each other, when we take the internet to uplift each other, when we take the internet to make sure that we support each other in any way that we can, this is the beneficial part of it. So in everything, there's the disadvantages and there's the advantages. But then the advantages has to be more than the disadvantages. In that way, we can be moving forward in the right direction without any problem. I know when I get to join YouTube, that was sometime early this year, I wasn't so much focused on YouTube. But based on the videos that I see on YouTube, just being quiet, not coming on my channel to talk anything about it, not to share anything on my channel about what I see and everything, it took me some time. It took me some time, almost about 9 months or about 10 months, to come by these results and to try to share what I see and what I think we have to do. And the reason is that it is always said that observers are worried. When observers are worried, what is making observers worried? When observers are worried, what is making them worried? You understand? Louis S. or Lois S. Greetings. I want to greet everyone, but keep focus on what we have to talk about tonight. You understand? So when observers are worried, what do you think is making observers worried? And MS Elenius said, by the way, that water tank is everything. Nice. Water is life. You understand? This doesn't have to do with this topic, but thanks for sharing. Water is life. So we have to make sure that the way we can do to store enough water to have the self-sufficiency that we need in life is what takes it to have the self-sufficiency. So that is my way of dealing with the self-sufficiency when it comes to water storage. And thank you so much. And I'm so happy that I'm sharing this with everyone, and I'm still sharing because I want to reach a certain stage that people can understand that within the smallest piece of land, you can use that to have your house, to have a place that you can sit and enjoy yourself, at the same time to have your water, to have your kitchen, to have your washrooms and everything. You understand? So I am just sharing something small from my own experience. And I'm telling you that ever since we started to lay the foundation of Queen's Guest House, I never asked any architect to draw any plan for me. And I never asked anyone to tell me what I have to do there, because it is something that I know I can do, and it's something that I'm working out. And thank you so much. And I'm so happy that I'm not so selfish, to hide this, or to do this. I'm very happy that I have been able to come out with something that a lot of my brothers and sisters around the world has to share. Has to learn with regards to what I share. So thank you so much, and for taking your time to understand what we are really doing. Tonio. Hey, brother Tonio. What's up, bro? What's going on? Kawula. In Dagbali, when I say Kawula, it means what's up. Kaula. So I'm naturally organic. Yeah, you know, we've been there for a long time. From Eat, Love, Migrate to this channel. It's one big royal family. One big, it's big. And everyone is welcome, everyone is appreciated, and everyone is recognized. Everyone is, everyone has what they have to do. We are moving on in life as one big family. So never feel afraid, never fear, or never, you know, try not to share what you have. The least that you can share with your knowledge is where someone has to take to begin in life. And this is why we share. You understand? So thank you so much for following what I'm doing and for learning from it. There's a lot of questions that has been asked about this particular underground water storage tank that I'm still keeping quiet to the answers, because the way I want to complete everything before coming out with the results and the answers with regards to the cost and everything is very important to me. So I don't rush into conclusions. That's how I live. I don't sometimes rush into conclusions. So thank you so much for your time and your patience. So let's get back. The whole point that I'm making right now is that leading with the heart. Greetings, my sister. How are you doing? This sister is one of the sisters that has met me even when I wasn't on YouTube for about over a year ago. So everyone is appreciated, and everyone, I know when I meet everyone, everything that I'm doing is on my head. Like, remember these thousands of people, I know about each and every one. It's a natural memory that I have. So Brother Tonio, then I think you have to pay for this underground water tank for us to change it to a swimming pool, because that is the original plan. So what do you want me to do? But you see, with all what I'm saying about, I mean, with regards to this water tank is that even when I'm paid multiple times of the cost of the project that I'm going through right now with the water tank, I'm still gonna call it a water tank, because I want to know what I want. Like, I want to have what I have, like what I want. I want to have what I want. At the same time, I want people to also benefit from my hustle. You understand? I want people to benefit from my hustle, as well as, just achieve something that I've been able to plan. You understand? It's not, this is not the time for us to be thinking about ourselves, but family at large. So let's come back to the issue of the internet. You see, naturally, in the African way of thinking, not the Ghanaian way of thinking, or the Dagomba way of thinking, or the West African way of thinking, but the African way of thinking in general. We are all Africans. No one can exclude themselves from Africa. Even when you pretend not to be African, no matter where you are, look, you are still an African, as long as you have this color. Either it is maize color that originated from this color, or what color, you are still an African. Either you like it or you don't like it, you are still an African. We are still Africans. No matter what the situation, we are still who we are. It is natural. It is nature. And we have to respect nature. Nature is nature and has to be highly respected. But the whole thing is that a lot of times there is one thing that can guide us throughout our lives. And that's one thing that I'm talking about. We are yet to come into it, maybe tonight. So what I'm saying is that in the African way of thinking, original way of thinking about we Africans, you see, we call, women call women kings, and we call them queens each and every day. Each and every day, we call men kings and then call women queens. In the African way of thinking about the king and the queen, do you actually know what it takes for a man to be a queen and what it takes for a woman to be for a man to be a king and a woman to be a queen? Do you actually know, or do you really know the reason why a woman is called a queen and the reason why, do you really know the reason why a man is called a king and a woman is called a queen? As a matter of fact, there's one reason. The reason is that the queen is the person that brings forth the king. So, and therefore, the queen has to be highly respected, number one. Number two, the queen has to be protected by the king. So when it goes to a point in life where a person who is supposed to be called the king doesn't protect the queen, I'll come to that. MS Elianos, you said, how does a queen gain her respect? We'll come to that. I don't want to jump into conclusions. What I'm saying is that the queen has to be protected by the king and respected by the king, as well as, have certain freedoms when it comes to the king. And the same way, the queen has to also give back the respect to the king. So you see, king and queen is like this, our right hand and our left hand. King and queen is like a right hand and a left hand. So in a situation whereby the queen is wrong and the king is not able to address the queen in person, but decide to bring the queen into the public domain, into the social media, any kind of social media platform, to condemn the queen, to tarnish the image of the queen, though we know maybe the queen will not be right. But you see, this is one of the things that I'm talking about, social media and the internet as in general. The internet is sometimes not the best place for solving problems, because in a situation where you have to bring a problem to the social media to be fixed, there will be a bunch of ideas, and about 70% of these ideas will not be respecting the solution. So, and therefore, anything that anyone decides is what they say. And some people doesn't even think before they say. My brother, blind guy, his wife, their life. Greetings, my brother. I salute and I respect you, and I say a very good evening to you and your family and friends, our families and friends at where you live. So let's go back to what we are talking about. Brother Mustafa Kamara, Assalamu alaikum. How are you doing? The whole situation is that the herbal goodness, peace. How are you? What I'm saying is that there are some problems. No matter how the problem is, no matter how it is, you don't have to bring some problems to the internet to get your solutions. Sure, Brother Mustafa, I will extend my greetings to ES and thank you for asking about her. So what I'm saying is that sometimes we don't have to bring our problems to the internet to seek solutions or to find solutions. Because a wise person, a person who is very wise enough, would not do that when they are trying to find solutions for the first time. I'm not saying that generally no solution has to be brought to the internet, like no problem has to be brought to the internet for solutions. But what I'm saying is that, you see me as an example, when there's something going on between me and you, when I have any way that I can do to reach out to you, I would like to talk to you in person. Like if not in person, but I would like to reach out to you directly for a solution. And at that point, we can easily come to a conclusion and a better understanding. When I am able to know what I have did wrong, I would accept it. And that doesn't mean that I'm weak. A person who always admits to his mistakes is not the weakest person in life, but sometimes the most wisest person in life. When you are able to admit to your mistake and try to make some amendments and try to cope with someone to bring a better solution, this will be one of the most wisest decisions that a person can ever take or make in life. But you see, the internet has got up to a point whereby the majority of the black people on the internet, the majority of the people that is especially on YouTube, that is being brought down, that images is stylish, that men are trying to say, hey, this person is a criminal, don't trust him again, don't work with him again, don't do anything with him again, don't try to do this, don't try to do that, with her again, with her. You, the one doing this, do you think it's a best solution? When you call someone a sister, do you think it will be good when they are wrong and you bring them to the internet to try to let them be, like bring them to order? This is not the best life for us, my brothers and sisters. And not only doing this to women alone, but doing this to people in general. Either it's a man-to-man business, or it's a woman-to-woman business, or it's a man-to-woman business. This is not what we have to do in life to find out solutions to our problems. The best way that we can find out solution to our problems is, first of all, attending to the problem privately. Because the person is the problem. So when someone does something which is not right, the best thing to do is to reach out to the person privately. Tell them what is going on. Tell them what you have seen. Tell them what you suggest to bring solutions. Tell them what you can suggest, to make everything go on in life without distraction. But when we are not patient, which is what I said I'm going to bring later on, this is what you see when I'm talking about something. I have to get to a particular point before I let you know why we have to do this. In everything that we do in life, most of the time, oh, Lock Owl, please don't bring me this far. Don't ever try to bring me this far. ES ES is not on this topic, please. I'm going to tell all of you. Most of you get to know me through ES. And ever since you get to know me through ES, what we have been doing together, that you get to know me, is still what we are still doing. Even today, when you watch a video for today, you can see what we were doing at Helan. So please, I know it's a question that you ask, and I don't expect you to judge me by using ES. I always have this word that I say, that before you point your fingers at me, make sure that your hands is clear. I don't disagree with someone pointing fingers at me, but before you point fingers at me and someone, make sure that you, the one pointing the fingers, your hands is clean. I am based on this because I don't want any kind of things that I don't even think about myself in life to be going on. So thank you so much for your question, but I'm not talking about ES. I'm talking about how we can do, generally, how we can use the internet to learn, and at the same time to understand, to achieve something, and then to move forward. And I'm telling you that the internet is something that causes distraction, and the internet is something that also brings development with regards to unity and everything. But please, you see, in this particular topic that we are in right now, we are going to have a lot of things going on. Oh, I'm not always talking about a specific person. I only talk about a specific person, like this particular issue that I'm talking about right now. When I have a specific person that I'm talking about, I would have just mentioned the name because I don't fear anything. You understand? Like, no fears. Well, look, there are a lot of things in life. When you are doing it, you have to understand your purpose before doing it. If you fail, it means you have failed to understand your purpose. When you fail to understand, or like when you fail something in life, it means you have failed to understand your purpose and you have totally failed to know what you are doing. So, and therefore, at the end of everything that you do, there wouldn't be any good to smile about. Like, there will be nothing good to smile about. So fears is out of what we are talking about right now. And anyone that has anything to share, look, no fears. Even when you are talking about the bad thing that you've seen about me, you don't have to feel shy to say it. You don't have to feel ashamed to say it. And you don't have to feel like I'll be sad or I'll be mad when you say it. I would rather embrace it, and then based on making some changes that can uplift my life. Because when my life is uplifted by you, when you are able to tell me something that can uplift my life, imagine how many people can benefit from what you have did. Zoo Sunshine, hello, family, how are you doing? So the whole point that I'm making is that patience is the number one weapon in life that we can use to overcome a lot of struggles. Patience. When you are patient enough in life, there are certain things that you will live and live and live to see the results. But when you lack patience, that is where you end up feeling like, had I known? And had I known is always at last. Before you say, had I known, I would have do this. Then that is the last point that you're saying it. No going back again. That is why you said, had I known. Sorry, I'm going to have some water, sorry. So, based on patience that I'm talking about right now, there's a lot of things that we are doing in life that seems to be okay. But when you look at the real situation, at the end of it, you will see that you felt like this is okay, but it's not 100% okay. The reason why it's not 100% okay is that nuhu nindo anungula mabia yang bewula tuma bewula dangma za bewula abira kadim solo ya ayina chekambang. Nuhu Nindo is in the house. I believe the guy is from here. Nindo is a Dagbali name, and that is one of my names. Nuhu Nindo, the ancestor that I reincarnated, had so many names. So he was called Nindo, Tichella Nindo. That is one of the names to my reincarnation. So what I'm saying is that with regards to patience, we'll still come back to the issue of the internet. But it's still, sometimes when you are talking about something, it brings a lot of things. It brings a lot of things. And the reason why I'm saying this is because just take two people, for example. When there's a problem between two people, definitely one of them will be right and the other one will be wrong. I'm citing an example about patience right now. So say this water, I bought this water from the store. So just stepping up from the store, someone meets me and say, hey, this water belongs to me. And I said, no, it doesn't belong to you. And the person said, hey, it belongs to me. So in the course of the disagreement, a confusion sparked and we decided to fight over the water. And then the third person comes and say, hey, who is for the water? And I said, it's for me. And the other one says, no, it's for me. Meanwhile, I bought this water, you understand? So the other third party who has come in to mediate will tell me that, look, be patient, leave the water, go. When I say no and I keep fighting for the water, when I kill the person because of the water, the little patience that I lose would make me not to be right again. Okay, no, Nindo, that's good. I know you are a Ghanaian, currently schooling from Jordan, but your name looks familiar. Your name is a Dagomba name. That's why I'm asking you. So sorry if you don't know the part of Ghana that you come from. So what I'm saying is that in the course of fighting for what belongs to me, when I lose my patience and do something that I'm not supposed to do, at the end of it, the problem that was sparked from losing my patience, or the consequences that I have to bear from losing my patience, I would regret it. And at that time, I would tell myself that I wish I were having the patience to understand and to let go of certain things. But then it will be too late. I will have to get myself into a very hard situation before I can understand that it pays to be patient. By then it will be too late. So this is what I'm telling you. Just look at what we are learning from each other right now. Is it not good? It's good. I know it isn't everything that I have to say that people have to understand, because I'm not 100% correct with everything that I say. But at least I share what I know we can all learn from. You understand? So and therefore, no ni do ar pun yela ngoma tana kul hajiya tirta wahala. Ar yel vutan ka yana no ni do is from vutan. Vutan is a suburb of Tamale and it's along the Tamale Yindi Highway. That's it. So there's a lot of things that we do in life that we don't have to just take for fun. Just right now, as I'm sitting here talking about, what I think is bothering us, is something that, I'm speaking Dagbanle, Brother Tino, I'm speaking Dagbanle. Dagbanle kan yarma, Dagbanle kan yarma, I'm speaking Dagbanle, in yarla Dagbanle, or Dagbanle kan yarma. That's it. So what I'm saying is that there is a lot of things Zoo Sunshine said that is an important lesson for our young people to learn. They will kill each other over a bottle of water. It's true. It's true. You see, this bottle of water, I know it's life. When I buy this, it's life. And for the fact that I know it's life, it doesn't have to take me to kill someone because I know I have to take this to survive. It doesn't have to come that way. So you see, even when I have a problem with someone about this is a very typical example that I'm citing right now for people to learn about patience. When I have this bottle of water right now, and happens to have a problem with someone about it, the first solution that I'll come out with is that, even though I know it's for me, but I'll say, hey, no problem. It's for me, and you said it's for you. I can prove that it's for me, but for the fact that I can prove that it's for me, I don't want to drag that issue for a long time. Can we just share it? Can we just share it? You see, even when someone is full and knows that something doesn't belong to you, when they think very well enough to understand that they wanted to take what belongs from you, but at the end of it, you are patient enough to say, let's share it. There are some people, when they think very deeply, they would say, hey, no, take your thing away. And at that point, they would learn something from what you are saying and learn something from what you just did. And that, sorry, I'm sweating. It's kind of, warm here. And when I put on my fan, it will kind of try to create noise here. Though I don't know. Sorry. So basically what I'm saying is that there are certain things in life, when we try to negotiate, when we try to mediate, when we try to be patient, when we try to bring understanding in a very matured way, there is no way that we can fail as humans. And that is what I've seen happening on the internet. Sometimes someone would hear something on the internet, they will not be patient, they will not take their time to see what is going on before they come out with a solution, even when they think the internet is the best place that they can use for the solution. All what they have to do is to just rush to their computers, get into their social media platforms, and then straight up start to, pollute the mindsets of people. And some people easily understands what is going on the social media. Easy. Some people easily understands what is going on there. So when it comes to that point, at the end of everything, even when it is just a 1 minute or it's like a 10 seconds video, the number of minds that information will pollute will be more than the number of minds that information will not pollute. So I'm asking you and I, when we keep using the social media or the internet this way, where are we heading to? Did we forget the days that we were living without internet? Did we forget the way that we used to solve our problems without internet? And did we, as humans, forget who we are? As Black people, because this particular issue that I'm going to talk to you about is not about discrimination or about racism, but I can easily tell you, based on what I've been seeing around the world, that the Black man is one of the most wisest man that has ever lived on earth. Naturally, the Black man is the person that is, that has the most patience in life, like that live a very patient lifestyle, whereby when there's everything, they will take their time, look at it, and then see what is happening before they come out with a solution. This is how our ancestors were living, and this is how most of us were taught to live in life. And growing up, we were being taught that it is patience that sometimes makes you achieve what you want. And it is that same patience that can make you great in life. I know that it is hard for some people to be patient based on the societies that they live and the kind of hardcore, this kind of lifestyle, we call it a hardcore lifestyle. A hardcore lifestyle is a kind of pidgin language that we use here. It's an English pidgin language. We call it broken English that we use here. The hardcore lifestyle is like when everyone knows that you are right, but still make you not to be right, and then try to bring you down or do whatever they want to do to bring you down whilst you are still, right. And at this point in life, sometimes you wouldn't like what is going on, but you have to face it. You wouldn't like what is going on, but you still have to face it. Especially when technology has brought us to a point where everyone sees the truth, but see it not to be the truth. Especially when it comes to a point in time that we are living in a technology world where every decision is made on the internet. You understand? Especially when it goes to a point where even the internet has to teach you the food that you have to eat to be healthy. When it got to a point where the internet has to teach you the water that you have to drink to be happy? Irene Davo, I have never, well, I have never traveled outside Africa, not even once. Even in Africa, the only country that I know is Togo and Burkina Faso. Because these are my closest neighboring countries that I can just use a motorbike to rush and then go and visit. I'm not, you see, Irene, hello from Tamale. You said hello from Liverpool, England. The whole point is that I'm a kind of person that I can use my eyes to see from afar and see what is happening based on the experiences that I went through in life with other people. You understand? I'm a kind of person that can easily use my eyes to look from afar. You know, what is going on around the world did not start now. It has started for a long time. So when you are wise enough to understand what is going on, you can easily know exactly what the situation is. So, and therefore, it is all of this that has got me to a point where I have to cope with so many people to make so many changes. Because the reason is that maybe what I know in life, someone is like so many years older in me that, sorry to say, did not know what I know. And I don't blame anyone for not knowing what I know. And I don't blame myself for not knowing what others know. All what I know is that in life, there is a lot of things that we have, we have in common. And there's a lot of things that we don't have in common. But the most important thing in life is that at the end of the day, let's share. This is what you know. Let me learn from it. This is what I know. You should also learn from it. So in this way, we'll come to a point where, we become really who we are. And then we'll come to a point where the future really have so much to do with what we are doing, or what we are doing would have so much to do with the future. My sister, Global Green Book, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Peace be unto you and your family, as well as our family and their brothers and sisters out where you live. There's a lot of things that we have to do. A lot of people are asking me that, how can they work with their patients? How can they work with their patients? Like, you see, it's easy to work with your patients, but sometimes it is very hard and difficult to learn to be patient. Dennis Halston, I don't know how your name is pronounced, or Halston, yeah. Dennis Halston. Hello from Tamale, Ghana. You said you are in Maryland. Say hi to everyone who is at Maryland. Tell them that we love them and we love you all. So the whole situation is that to be patient is something hard that one can do. It takes a lot of bold decisions to be patient. Very, very bold decisions. Because you see, at some point in life, you will be patient and you will feel like you are almost losing. And at some point, you will be patient and then you will feel like you are weak. Sometimes you'll be patient and you feel like you are being cheated. Sometimes you will be patient and you feel like you are being neglected. Sometimes you'll be patient and you think like you have nothing to like you have no reason to be patient. But at the end of all of the patience that you have in life, it is the end result of your patience that matters. It is the end result of your patience that matters. Yeah, Brother Tino, you said sometimes you have to remove yourself from certain people around your circle, including your own family. My brother, this doesn't have anything to do with patience. When a person reach a life stage where you have to remove yourself from all kind of people in your life, including your own family, sorry to say, it is called broken home. Sorry, I'm not trying to be like disrespecting what you are saying, but I'm very focused on what I'm saying right now, and I respect what you also say very well. But when you say you are patient, so and therefore it has to take you to, you know, broke away from your family, broke away from the people that surrounds you or some people that surrounds you. I'm asking you, where is the patience, and where are you going? The problem that is taking you out of your family or people that surrounds you in life, where are you going to? Imagine when someone set a trap for you to fall in, and you see the trap and then decide to escape the other way to fall on the bigger trap. So I'm so happy that you brought this up. But please, my family, all of this is not part of the way to being patient. The only way that you can be patient is that you have to practice something that we call eyes are watching. Eyes are watching. Yeah, Brother Tino, yeah, I understand, and sorry if you are not able to join on time. We are talking about what we learn from the internet, what the internet causes us, and what we benefit from the internet, as well as the distractions and everything that comes from the internet. And it is through this that we got to a stage where we have to be patient in order to take care of things that we have to take care of in life to survive. So I'm still on the course of patience before we come back exactly to continue with the dramas and the lies and the achievements, the good achievements and everything that has to be done with the internet. Because all of this is about patience. There are certain things when you are not even patient, you can't watch a video on the internet till the end, because you wouldn't even have the patience to watch it. So and therefore you can't learn from that part to be, your patience level, when it is low, you can't even watch some videos to the end, because you have no reason to do that. But when you are patient enough to follow it, then that is where you get to learn something new from your patience. So you see, when you are following patience and wants to be patient in life and want to practice patience, the best thing that you have to do is to first of all practice what is called eyes are watching. You keep your eyes watching on something that is not the best, that is not the right, that is not going on well. But upon all your patience, I want you to also understand that before you become patience about something, or before you practice patience, something with your patience. Laborers ants, greetings. How are you doing? Before you practice something with your patience, or before you apply your patience on something, first of all, you have to try to see how you can work it out. When it is neglected, when your idea is neglected, when any way that you do to make sure that things goes well proves futile, that is where you have to practice your patience. You don't have to just be 100% patient in the beginning. In the beginning, you have to make sure that when something is going on, you have to first of all bring your idea. When your idea is neglected, when people refuse your idea, when people refuse to listen to your truth, then you would make it like, well, take what you have and I take what I have. But I'll have patience to see how the end results will be. So you see where patience is learned to practice. You would not do that with an upset. When you do that with an upset, at the end of it, you will not have a good result. Whenever you are learning about something or observing about something and get to a point, oh, Nana Brimpong, Memawajo, it's a sign, a busuafoɔ no nyinaa ho te san, edwuma te san, sɛ biribi abɔkɔ deɛ, medase paa sɛ waba so ɛwɔ me live wei mu. Nyame nhyira wo ae. Yeah, Nana Brimpong is my king. Nana in Ashanti mean king. So I was just, greeting him in Ashanti. I was greeting him about himself, the family, how it's working, and so on. Yeah, onuya bibiara boko yo midasi. Nyame mano nko so sa midasi pa. So Nana Brimpong said the Adinkra symbols in your kente shirt speaks a lot of wisdom already. Did you plan this before wearing it for the live? I really like that shirt. Wow. As a matter of fact, mostly these are the kind of dresses that I like to wear all the time. I like my local fabrics, my local made in Ghana fabrics, and my local African fabrics, because sometimes I wear other different kind of clothing from different parts of the world, but sometimes this is more like what I wear all the time, because we are who we are, you understand, and we have to appreciate what we have all the time. This is what can build us. It is said that happiness comes to those who appreciate what they already have. When you don't appreciate what you already have, then you can't appreciate happiness, or you can't get happiness. So what I'm saying is that in the course of being patient and waiting for the results of your patience, the end result is always the same. When you are patient about something and people did not understand you, or when you are dealing with an individual and the person did not understand you and you are patient, later they would come back. They would come back to you to admit that what you were saying, or what you were telling them, or the advices or anything that you were telling them that they refused to listen, they can now see it. But the only thing is that by seeing what they refused to listen, at that point they would embrace your patience, and that will also let them learn to be patient, because a lesson has to be learned there. Yo Nana, amen. Midasi pa and shranka nyirara. Midasi. The whole thing is that, you see, at a point where your patience has to be appreciated, you would not ask for your patience to be appreciated, but rather it is the person that you're dealing with who would be able to come back to confess and to admit that truly what they have seen about what you were saying, that they refuse to listen, and you keep being quiet and watching and be patient. Today, they have understand what you were saying, but it will be too late because it will already affect them before they start to know what you are talking about. And at that particular point, you are not a loser. You, the one who is patient, will not be a loser. It is the person that has refused to listen or refused to be patient that will become the loser, and not you. That is how patience works. But it takes a very serious heart and a very kind of, genuine, or let me put it this way, like soft heart, a very soft heart to be patient. You understand? Lock all, you said who taught me about the importance of patience? My brother, I I was brought up by an older man. My father became very old before he gave birth to me. You understand? My father was very old before he gave birth to me. And then moreover, the people that brought me up in the royal family that I'm in, none of them were young. All the people that brought me up were old. And then secondly, the name that I'm being called, my Dagbali name, Dokurgu. Dokurgu in Dagbali means old man. Dagbali, when we call someone Dokurgu, Dokurgu in Dagbali means old man. And it is only people who are reincarnated to some particular ancestors in the royal family that has to have this name. So my source of patience and my understanding about patience has a lot to do about me and who I am. And then moreover, how I was brought up. But for the fact that I was brought up this way, or any way that I was brought up, doesn't mean that if you were not born to be an ancestor, or you were not born to be a leader, or you were not born in a royal family, you can't be patient. Patient doesn't matter who you are, or where you come from. Patience doesn't have anything to do with that. Patience doesn't have anything to do with who you are or where you come from. It only has to do with you and who you can be. You understand? When you are able to understand this about yourself, no matter how the situation, you will be patient with certain things, and you will always achieve a very good result in what you are doing in life. And as a parent, a lot of our parents, I'm a parent, you understand? I'm a parent, and I believe the majority of those who are listening to what I'm saying right now are also parents, even if not parents, but maybe they have children. So you see how patience is wonderful. Like, patience is one of the most biggest treasure in life that a person can have, and it's also a way of property. Oh, what do you call an elder? Is it a mother? Well, in the society, a mother is an elder, a father is an elder, an uncle is an elder, a grandfather is an elder, a grandmother is an elder. I mean, your next door neighbor who is old is an elder. Every person that is older in the society is an elder. So, and therefore, they are highly respected. They can see where we cannot see. Even when we climb the highest mountain on earth, we cannot see how the elderly can see. And that is why we call them the elders. You understand? So this is the definition of an elder. It is said that when the elder is sitting down and looking at something, when a child climbs the highest mountain on earth, they cannot see what the elder is sitting down and looking at with regards to the future. So the elder has a lot to do in life, and they has a lot of responsibilities. Even though they are elders, they have a lot of responsibilities. You understand? There's a musician in Dagbon here, in Tamale here, who is called Mr. Razak. He has a song called Sugulu. In Dagbon we call patience Sugulu. Sugulu, Sugulu, Sugulu. Sugulu in Dagbon means patience. He has a song that that is entitled Patience. He said, when you are patient, in some part of the song, he said, when you are patient and you did not achieve what you want, you should come back to him. He will pay you. So just imagine someone saying this in a song, that when you are patient and you did not achieve what you want at the end, you should come to him for your payment. He will pay you. So I was talking about we parents. You see, parents has to be patient in order to raise up their children. A lot of children goes astray or become broken homes when their parents is not been able to be patient with them. Nana Brimpon, yeah, even your older brother, your elderly sister, and people who are older than you are elders, because for the fact that they are old, they are considered to have an experience in life that you never have. So let me come back to what I was talking about, patience in the course of raising up our children. You see, lockdown, you want to know everything. You said, I like the proverb, small can make an elephant. Small can make an elephant. Is that a Dagomba proverb or an African proverb? Well, to me, I can say it's a Dagomba proverb and an African proverb. But in Dagbanle, we have a proverb for that, and it is Biela Biela Namde Wabgo. Biela Biela, small Namde makes or creates an elephant. Wabgo. Biela Biela Namde Wabgo. Biela Biela Namde Wabgo. It is said that small makes an elephant. It's a Dagomba proverb. That's what I just share with you. Yeah, and during one college said, that's a Yoruba saying too. Yeah, because we are migrated from Nigeria, we can have that from this our language. So what I'm saying is that as a parent, even raising up our children consists of patience. So, and therefore, there's a lot of things that a lot of our children does that can take us a little bit of patience, to bring them to the right path. But for the fact that we are losing patience and being so like meaningful to what they are doing and trying to rush them to do what we want, at once, without taking the patience to let them understand it whilst they are growing up, then it makes we and them lose everything, especially we, the youth of nowadays, especially we, the youth of nowadays. There's a lot of children that, when they are, before their parents will say one thing, they will say 1,000 things. Before their parents will think, they would already thought. Before their children will try to let them know what is right, they will already let you, the parent, know that you are right. So when life gets us to this point, it is only patience that we can think, that we can take to let the children know that small boys are always young. You understand? It is only patience that we can always let our children know that small boys are always young. So hey, you have to be careful and you have to be patient to learn. So with the issue of the internet, there is a lot of things that we have to take into consideration when we are dealing with the internet. You see, right now, as we are in this particular channel, which is my channel, Prince Ayoko channel, like your brother's channel, our channel, you see, the royal channel, the big families channel. What we are achieving from the internet right now, just imagine what we are achieving. Just imagine what we are achieving. A lot of people are maybe feeling sleepy or has certain things to do, or has a lot of things that they have to do at this particular moment. But maybe this particular conversation is keeping them from doing what they want to do, because it is the patience that they are practicing there. It is the patience that they practice here right now. I'm saying this because in life, sometimes, even in the course of being patient, you have to ask yourself, just take this bottle as an example. It has only one particular place that I can take my one eye to watch. So when I lose patience, whilst I also want to look inside this bottle to see exactly what is going on, do you think when I lose patience and I'm just watching it with my, like trying to look inside this bottle with my two eyes, can I do that? No. It has to take me to be patient in order to close my one eye and use my one eye to watch in order to see exactly what is happening inside the bottle. That is how patience is. And that is exactly what I'm talking about, the internet. Just look at what we are achieving right now on the internet. It's good. But when you go to a certain channel, people will be there creating confusions, talking about unnecessary things, talking about things that would not even help themselves on this same platform, YouTube. Just right now, when you just go through YouTube right now, you will find out that someone is elsewhere, doing something that even when you think about it, you don't even know the reason why the person is doing. But that is the reason why the person is doing it. If you like, you watch. If you don't like, you go away. But what do you have to achieve from what the person is doing? So in order to make things short, because it's almost getting to time for me to go, in order to make things short, what I'm trying to let all of us know is that in order to be focused on what you are seeing on the internet and what you are trying to, work out on the internet based on your own experiences, and then based on what you think is good for you. You said, Ayoko, sorry for asking so many questions, but I'm so curious. why did you all go from Nigeria all to the way to Ghana, and with how many people did you left Nigeria for being so big right now? We did not let we left a lot of people from Nigeria. We did not left just one people, and we did not left them because the connection is still there. It's a kind of spiritual connection that still exists, and it still exists up to date. That is why we have everything in common. This my tribal marks. When you go there, you will see it. That is the spiritual connection. This my face. When you go to Nigeria, you might see someone there who looks just like me. That is the spiritual connection. The language that we even speak. When you go to the Gomba state of Nigeria, you would meet our brothers and sisters there. So we are not lost, and we are still connected, and no one is left over. We are one big family that our ancestors decided to migrate to settle to different parts of Africa, which is fine. You understand? It happens. So that is it. So what I'm saying is that, please, my brothers and sisters, brother of Soul Spirit said, Prince Ayoko, I'm really enjoying what you are saying. Thank you for sharing important, deep spiritual wisdom and spiritual knowledge. Much respect. Yeah, you are always welcome, my brother. At least, in Dagbale, there's a proverb that says that Ninkurugu yikaben shakam tirbiya banda buchi. Ninkurugu yikaben shak tirbiya banda buchi. The proverb means that when an elderly person doesn't have anything to give to a child, at least the elder will have a piece of kola nut to give to the child. So you understand, when an elder doesn't have anything to give it to a child, at least the elder will have a kola nut to share with the child, and that is the wisdom. You understand? So thank you so much for welcome, for coming in to join the big family, and all for one, one for all. We are out to help each other, to motivate each other, to learn from each other, and to also focus on what is ahead of us. Oh, Log All, you say Ayoko, is the Dagomba kingdom famous for the horses? Yes, in the entire country of Ghana, it is the Dagomba kingdom that is best known for the use of horses. This started from day one. This started from day one of our history. So in the entire country of Ghana, every Ghana, every region that you see a horses, it means that there is the Gomba kings there. You understand? So during the 1950s, during the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, you understand? My father was the best horseman, the best king who has experiences in horses, in the use of horses in northern Ghana. So my father was, best known for that. So even when you check on the video, you will see him, being on top of, being on the horseback, with just holding by with one hand and using the umbrella on his other side. All of this, with time, we will have to teach each other about that, the use of horses in our tradition and so on, and how we migrated, and how we have people from different parts of West Africa that has to do with the same traditions and similar languages. Brother Nana Brimpong, He said, brother, you need to teach me some Dagomba or Dagbani. It's Dagbanle, not Dagbani. It's Dagbanle. I was impressed with your tree reading. you know, uh, during one college said, Prince Ayoko, how come you speak Hausa? Hey, well, I did not learn all these languages from school. I learned it at home. Growing up as a child, I have Hausa friends, I have Ashanti friends, I have a lot of friends that I learned languages from. Children are very easier to learn languages, so that's how we learned our languages. And Sister Ramat say, I'm from Nigeria, and I'm hearing this. I'm from Nigeria. I'm hearing this for the first time that the Gumba are from Nigeria. Wow, maybe you just want me to get into that stage. But the class for tonight is how we use the how we have to use the internet, as well as how we have to benefit from it. And lockdown also said, is Dagbale similar to Hausa also? A very different, very different. As a matter of fact, Hausa, we mix Hausa in some parts of our languages, because remember I said we are migrated from Nigeria, so we use Hausa in some parts of our languages, you understand. So let me quickly give you a brief story about how we have connection with Nigeria. So you see, there was this ancestor who was called Twaje. When you go to Google, you say Twaje, Thazie, Twaje, or you just search the Red Hunter. The founder of the Dagomba Kingdom, or when you want to make it like more detailed, you search the founder of the Mole Dagomba Kingdom. The Mole is Mole, Mole Dagomba Kingdom. You understand whatever it is. But then Sister Ramat said that she's still serious. During one, Kali said, Prince, can you finish your session with people submitting their questions, even if it is repetitive? Well, and let me come to Sister Ramat. Sister Ramat, you said you are from Nigeria and you are not familiar with this our connection with the people of Nigeria. This is one very important question that I have to touch small. You see, the founder of our kingdom was called Twaje, the Red Hunter. So Twaje traveled from the east of Zamfara, the east of Zamfara, from the Zamfara state of Nigeria. From there, he traveled to Bion, which is present-day Burkina Faso. In the east of Bion, there was an ethnic group called Fadang Gruma. The ethnic group is still there. So when he came to Bion from Nigeria, he settled there for a while. He helped the people to overcome their invaders. There was a wild beast that invaded their source of drinking water, which kills everyone that ventures to the stream. It was a stream. The stream was only their source of drinking water. So when he came to Bion in Fadang Gruma in present-day Burkina Faso from Zamfara, I'm talking about Twaje, our ancestor. He got to the house of an older woman, and the older woman could not offer him water to drink. And he said, my grandmother, how can you have a visitor like me and couldn't even give me water to drink or offer me water to drink? And the older woman said, my grandson, the problem is that our only source of drinking water has been invaded by a wild beast. And then Twaje said, where is the stream? And the older woman directed him to the stream. and then told him that, look, when you venture there, you'll be killed. And then at that point, Traje was very bold and said, and he was a hunter. Remember the red hunter, Traje. So he said, no problem, I'm going to kill the wild beast. So when he went there and killed the wild beast, he cut his tail. The wild beast's tail. He cut off the tail to the wild beast and then brought it to the older woman. And the older woman said, I cannot see this. Let me take you to the king. So when he take Traje to the king, on that same day, the king said he was stepping down for Traje to become the leader. So the Traje, the chief of the town stepped down and made Traje the leader. So Traje ruled them, and at that same day, the king gave his daughter, his princess, to the, to the leader, which was Traje, and that was where he stayed and gave birth to the founders of this Dagomba kingdom. That is Najbewa. It's a history that I have to come out with because I'm just summarizing it, and I have to have time to, have a very big explanation about it. During one Khalid said that, do you people have horses, Rera? Yes, my brother Chief Tamalna is the one who has inherited the part of my father's horse rearing experiences. So my brother Chief Tamalna is a best horseman who knows so much about horses. Even when a horse becomes wild and no one could venture into, getting the back of the horse, he can easily use his bare hands to get to the horse and do whatever he wants to do with the horse. And he best know the spirit that he has to do that, which maybe if I even know, this is not the right place to disclose it. So there is a lot of questions that is thrown here. And then Locke all said, Prince, when you in your videos was listening to a tape, it's all the oral history on tape, and when I know the language, can I learn about it? Yeah, you can learn about it. Our host oral historians are the drummers. I listed that on my description box from yesterday's video that I sent about our father. When you look at it, you'll see a brief story about the oral historians as well as our warriors, the Kambonsi or the Sapashinama. And thank you so very much for your time. I wish you would have made some more time to continue to be in the class and to learn more. But it is said that it's time for us to play, but the time is up. Like the playing is getting better, but the time is up. And usually this is how it goes. Sometimes when you are playing, the time that you get to enjoy the play so much is the time that will be the end of the play. So how many minutes do you want me to add so we can there's one thing about me. There's one particular thing about me that you are yet to know. The whole thing is that, you see, due to the nature of my work, I don't sometimes have a time that I go to bed, because I can just be sitting down right now, and then a driver will call me and say, hey, there's a breakdown, my vehicle is broken down, so can you come and work on it for me? Sometimes I can start work at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and before I end the work, then it will be the next day morning at 6 o'clock, or maybe that same 7 o'clock. So it's something that I've been doing for a long time, but I have passed all the knowledge that I have to my apprentices. So now I'm looking forward to them to also do whatever it takes. Imagine just taking a break from your work, though I've not taken a complete break from the work because I'm still doing what takes me to do with the knowledge. But after 20 something years in that job, at least I'm very proud of the legacy that I've left behind, and I'm very proud of the people that I've taught to also do the work. So and therefore I just have to tap cool. When I say tap cool, I have to be calm, and just let them do whatever they can also do to uplift others. But I'm still behind the scenes, taking care of certain problems for them. So so no dull movements, no dull movements. All what we have to do is that, please, when we are talking to each other, when I'm talking to you and you are also talking to me based on your comments, all of what we are talking about right now isn't exactly what I needed, or it is not exactly what my mission is. My mission is that at the end of this conversation, at least I have said a lot, but before I come back to my next life, which will be maybe next Saturday, or maybe sometime, I have chosen to make Saturdays and Sundays the days that I'll be coming to life. But the whole thing is that maybe something will spark up, or maybe I'll just feel like coming to class, you understand, and then just decide to come around and hang around with you for us to interact more. So what I'm saying is that what I am saying is that everything that we are all talking about, at the end of the conversation, when I leave this class with you, when we all go to sleep, at least within the next days to come in your life, or within the next times to come in your life, at least try to practice what we have learned small. No problem. We'll get to the Dagomba history. We'll get to Dagbon history very well. Our history is a very long history, but we'll still do whatever we can, at least to talk about it a little bit. So what I'm saying is that, please, let's all try to work with what we are learning, to practice a little bit, even if not all, a little bit of what we are learning. At the end of it, I don't expect anyone to share the benefits with me, but share it to our next generation. Share it to this generation. There are children that wants to know what we are talking about in order to use it to grow up. So please, let's try not to play it away like a football, but rather try to do something good with it. Together we can. And I thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your patience. And I thank you so much, for being there for us, not for me. You are being there for us. And very soon, our channel will hit 2,000 subscribers. You understand? There's a lot of people who wants to support my channel financially, which I don't talk about so much all the time. There is a lot of people who wants to support my channel financially, but I'm still working on setting up an account where we can do that. But to some of you who easily has access to supporting this channel through SendWave. There's an app on Google Play Store that is called SendWave. SendWave, SendWave. 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 It's a mobile. It's a mobile money platform. It's a mobile money transfer platform that you can use to send money to Ghana. And by doing that, it has to be of my mobile money. It has to come through my mobile money account, and my mobile money account information is Salifu A Dokurugu. Salifu as in SALIFU. After the A, you have to make dots. Salifu, capital A dot Dokurugu, DOKURUGU. Salifu A Dokurugu. And then my mobile money number is +233 542822 So when you want to donate anything to support this channel, I think this is the only way you can for now. That is if it is optional, you understand. So thank you so much to all of you for your support, and thank you so much for being there for us. And I pray that we will live longer with good health and prosperity and abundance of wisdom to learn from each other. Till we meet again next time, can you write it in the chat? Let me see if I can write it in the chat. Let me see if I can write it in the chat. Okay, I think someone has shared it in the chat. SendWave, yeah, the wave, yeah. When you just search SendWave on when you search, when you search SendWave, I think it will be easier. It will be easier for you because you know, as a new person like that on my channel, like going through my my first lives, it's a little bit challenging, and that's why I don't even know where to tap my message. So I think that is it, because I wouldn't be able to, I can't even find where I can share my information on the chat. But remember, I told you that living in the US 55 years, hoping to live in Ghana, Northern one will meet. Winfred B said, living in the US for 55 years, hoping to live in Ghana, that is Northern Ghana, one will meet. I'm here in Northern Ghana. Whoever is coming to Northern Ghana, I'm around. Whoever is coming here, I'm around. You know, when you are coming for visits, when you are coming, you know, to live, when you are coming to establish your business or whatever, I'm around. We are all about uplifting each other and helping each other in achieving what we want in life. That is the best situation. You understand? Someone said, have ears show you how? You mean what? What do you mean? Like, What do you mean as he has shown me? So, well, for now, as I tell you, if you are talking about supporting my channel or whatever, that is what I just shared with you. The information is simple. A couple of people has donated money to me privately, and they think I did that on one of my videos, and they did that. Oh, Locke always say, when I come to Tamale, can I become a millionaire? You know, I can't 100% say that you can become a millionaire, but at least I can say that you can establish a business and it can work for you. You understand? No one knows where you can go to become a millionaire. When we all know this, we would have all everyone would have been millionaire. You understand? Oh yeah. Nana Brimpon said, I saw you with Drew Binsky and Wadimaya. Please seem very short, helping. Yeah, these guys, these guys, like, when they are doing their movements, they are doing a very fast movement. So I met them, and um, I met them just within some 5-10 minutes, and they were very busy, and they have to attend to me, they have to attend to ES. Then the whole thing just become like uh, just being patient and watching them till they have time to greet me and so on. Because as I already told you, that when I do everything, I do it with patience. So it was just like how it is, and that is the time that we have to interact, that you see. Someone said, do I live in Kuko? No, I don't live in Kuko at Tamale. I live at Bamfum Dohane. I live at Bamfum Dohane. Hey, look, oh, you always want to know everything. When I come looking for a wife, what should I look for to know she's a really food wife for me? Are you saying good wife for you or food wife? Um, I think it's not a food wife, it's a good wife. My brother, you see, who feels it knows it. You can't just come here and meet a woman and then at the same time decide to marry her. You have to, live with her, mingle with her for a while before you'll be able to make your comparisons. You understand? So, a man doesn't choose a woman for his fellow man. You understand? It is you and the woman that has to best choose what is good for both of you. Nana, my brother Nana Brimpong, my king, please share this information to the live chat before I leave. Please kindly tap in my information. Um, Salifu A. Dokrugu. Salifu A. Dokrugu. The Salifu is let me see if I can easily do it on my other phone, but if I'm not able to do it, then I think you just have to do it for me, so that people will have exactly what they want to know. So the whole thing is simple. I just want people to have a little bit of experience with regards to how they can contribute or do whatever they can to support the channel if you want. It's not a must. So my mobile money information is Salifu A. Dokrugu. The Salifu is my surname, and then the A stands for Ahmed, and then Dokrugu is my reincarnation name. The reason why I'm sharing this is because a lot of people has reached out to me with regards to how they can do it, like how they can, I already said it, how they can donate to my channel and so on. And I said, well, it's just fortunate that I remember, else today I wouldn't have remembered again. So the app is Sendwave. So I think I have left the comment there. So my mobile money information is self-aid the Kurgu, and +23354282252. And then please download Sendwave app on Google Play Store. Thank you. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being there for us, as I said once again. And then thank you so much for your patience, and we will definitely come back sometime this week before Saturday, because the class is getting interesting and interesting and interesting. And sometimes there are some teachers, when they teach students and it takes a long time for the teacher to come back to the class, sometimes the students do forget about what the teacher taught. So, and therefore it doesn't have to be like that. It has to be a place where we keep reminding. So the next class, Brother All, is going to be a little bit about what was asked tonight. That is, the history of the Dagomba kingdom, or the history of Dagbon kingdom. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your patience, and thank you so much for being there for us till we meet again sometime this week. I said, may the Almighty God and the ancestors, richly bless us for our patience, for our time, and may the Almighty God and the ancestors bless us with abundance of prosperity, wisdom, and knowledge. Have a wonderful night. Peace.